Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about using Chrono Render or Vray. Now obviously I got some notes around here so we can see it like this. Obviously forgive me for my handwriting, but I'm just gonna read out and explain how it works. So let's talk about Chrono Render first, because it is the most commonly recognized software in the architectural visualization industry. So let's talk about Chrono and then Vray. So on Chrono Render is beginner friendly. It has a simpler UI. So UI stands for user interface, and it has fewer settings. So it makes it more beginner friendly than Vray. And obviously Chrono Render is fast. It is only CPU based, and it can be optimized for render. But obviously there are options for GPU options as well for Chrono Render to make it even more faster. So CPU stands for Central Processing Units, for those of you who doesn't know, and GPU stands for General Processing Unit. So CPU, you may have heard like microchips in the motherboard, like the Intel Core i9, i7, i5, etc. Intel Core Ultra 9 or something like that. So that's the CPU. So GPU are kind of the graphics cards, let's say like NVIDIA RTX 5090, or you've got like any graphics card that you know. So CPU is the microchip cards in the motherboard, and GPU is the graphics card. Now obviously in another thing of Chrono Render is give you photorealistic with minimal setup, and it is physically accurate with initiative materials. Intuitive, I think that's the word. Materials, you can edit materials, and you can use, I think it's called like Slate Edit Editor. I mentioned in my videos as well. In 3ds Max, you can just drag and drop or edit the materials like non-displacement, normal map, etc. in Chrono Render. This makes it easier to edit materials. Obviously, if you have low spec PC, then you can only render in CPU, but obviously the lower the CPU, the slower the render times. So I hope that this makes sense. It is more affordable. Chrono Render is more affordable, so it has an option for one-time payment. So in my opinion, one-time payment is better than monthly payment, because when you have one-time payment, you can use whenever you want for many years to come. It is yours to keep forever. And then Chrono Render is also popular in the architectural visualization industry. You've seen so many software mention Chrono Render, 3ds Max, whether it is freelancing or being a 3D visualizer, full-time job, etc. So it is popular rendering software in the industry, and it is easier to learn and is beginner friendly. And obviously there are lots of tutorials online to show how Chrono Render works as beginner friendly. Now that's for Chrono Render. Let's now talk about Vray. So Vray has a steeper learning curve, so it has more settings and more things to tweak. And obviously if you're a beginner, don't start with Vray, that's my opinion. So Vray is also fast, and it is more GPU based, so that is more graphics card based than the Chrono Render. But obviously they have an option of hybrid, so you can use CPU and GPU together to make it more faster. It is extremely bit more realistic than Chrono Render, but you just need a little bit of tweak, a little bit of fine retuning, and a little bit of more options, some tweak to make it even more realistic. This what makes Vray a bit more complicated than Chrono Render. That's in my opinion, obviously. And then in Vray you have advanced control, so you have more control on editing your materials than corner render. Corner render, obviously you can drag and drop materials like I said before, and you can edit them, displacement, normal, etc. But Vray has more options and more advanced features on editing materials. And yes, you can render software very fast with GPU based and hybrid based. So hybrid, same thing, like you can use CPU and GPU at the same time together to make it more faster. But the problem with Vray is more expensive because it's based on monthly based subscription. So in my opinion, it is cheaper to get one-time payment than monthly subscription. It's kind of like, let's say if you buy an iPhone, would you buy a subscription based or would you buy full price, right? So you would buy a full price. Why? So it lasts for years to come, as yours to keep, so you can keep how long you want to. So that's my opinion. And then obviously Vray is widely used in the gaming industry, architectural visualization industry, and film, etc. And it has a lot of tutorials, but it's a bit more complex than corner render. Now, this is the comparison between corner render and Vray. In my honest opinion, in the conclusion of this video is, if you are a beginner, start with corner render. Corner render is easier, and once you get confident with corner render, then you can move on to Vray. But obviously, if Vray is part of your assignment or part of your job, then you have to learn, then yes, you can learn Vray. I know you may be watching this video on, you might come here, or you might be confused on which one you should go for, Vray or corner render. It really depends on your preferences, but that's my opinion. If you are a beginner, start with corner render. Stick to one thing, and when you finish corner render, if you're confident how to use corner render, then you can move to Vray to avoid confusion and to make sure that you master at one skill before you go to the next skill. Now, obviously, this is the end of the video. So, for me, I am offering a hybrid system mentoring for how I can make you and my students render from 0 to high render, so 0 to hero, for complete beginners. So I'm looking for 5 people to coach. Obviously, I cannot take on many people. If you're interested, I will leave a link down below. You can register, and if that doesn't work, you can let me know on Instagram or something, so we can meet together, or if you have any question, etc. Yeah, so I want to say, if you can like, comment, and subscribe in the video, it can help with the algorithm to reach more people like you in 3D visualization, and I'm happy to answer any question that you need to. So I want to say, yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you on the next one.